Hello, welcome back to my second video in my series. This video is on entrepreneurs and a new word that I actually just made up in my wordology, Entrepreneuristas. And the reason I decided to do a video on this topic is because recently it came to my attention that I think a lot of people believe that certain things or certain ideas are exclusive only to certain people. And I think that's completely false. I believe that the more we share with this world, within reason, more knowledge, more information, the more we help empower other people. And that's one of the things that I love about the information age of technology is that people can gain access to information who would not be able to afford it or who have other barriers in their life. And so, something that's important for me, um, something that I love to do is to teach. And I truthfully have come to the conclusion that I don't know if I could ever just teach in a classroom setting. So I have come up with my own formula of teaching, and that is teaching throughout my life, through my writings, through things that I go through, because I think that being a true teacher is about exposing a sense of vulnerability because that teaches your students that it's okay to make mistakes because you make mistakes. And, anyways, got off on a rant there. Entrepreneurs or entrepreneurista. What is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneurista, my new word. Maybe it already exists, I don't know. It's a mindset. You don't have to have a business right now. You don't even have to exactly know what your business is going to be. Start at square one or start on home base. On being an entrepreneur is a mindset. It's a mindset of being in business for yourself. And this doesn't mean that you might not be in business for someone else. It just means that eventually your goal, your long-term or short-term goal, hopefully long-term, something you want to maintain, is to be your own entity. Because I believe at the core of all entrepreneurs, or people who strive to attain the official title, whatever that might be, it's this idea of financial freedom. Being able to dictate your life, to do the things that you want to do with your life, to help the people that you want to help. So the entire philosophy is empowering. And it's not something you should shy away from if it's something that you've always wanted to learn more about. I was blessed, don't know why, but I was raised in a family where I was taught so many things just because my father and my mother were entrepreneurs and they had a business together. And so there's certain lessons, life lessons I guess I could call it that, that myself and my three brothers, we were innately taught. And they're so, I guess you would say, ingrained in us because we learned them from a very young age, being raised in the environment that we were raised in, that I think we sometimes realize, or we forget to realize, that other people might not understand certain things that we understand. And anyways, my philosophy in this video is just to try to open the forum more so you can understand more the idea of being an entrepreneur. Be in business for yourself every day. You are marketing yourself, you're carrying yourself, your professionalism, you're developing yourself every day, whether it's mentally, intellectually, physically, exercise, fitness, sports. whether it's emotionally, in relationships, intimate relationships, casual relationships, friendships. All those are different platforms for you to be developing yourself. And I highly encourage you to just take on the mindset of being an entrepreneur. It is investing in yourself every day. And it is realizing that while you may be serving other entities, you may work for someone right now, you may be educating yourself formally or on your own time, self-education, you're essentially in business for yourself. A long-term goal, a short-term goal, you are your own enterprise. And this idea, this philosophy is open to anyone. You don't have to come from a background of entrepreneurs. I, in fact, believe there are many people who misinterpret the entire concept or think that, anyone who is an entrepreneur thinks they're superior, or anyone who's not an entrepreneur is inferior. It's just being an entrepreneur. Some people want to grow in life. Some people want to get ahead, and some people don't. And other people don't exactly know how to. And I think that's very important to take to heart for people who are entrepreneurs. Cut people slack. Some people have not had access to tools that you've always had access to. So be willing to teach and learn and repeat the cycle. How to become an entrepreneur? There are many ways. Don't let anyone ever sell you on the concept that there is only one way to success, because that is completely erroneous. There are many different ways. You need to start asking yourself questions. Ultimately, you want financial freedom, correct? What are you going to do when you attain financial freedom? Who do you want to help when you have financial freedom? How do you want to dictate your time when you have financial freedom? What causes do you want to support when you have financial freedom? All those things, all those thought processes, they anchor in power on this entrepreneurial mindset. Ask yourself questions. What is it that I love to do? Where do I get my energy? And sometimes, oftentimes what you love to do and what you're doing right now to earn a living may not correlate. But that doesn't mean you can't bridge them. And it doesn't mean that somehow the bridge may cross over. Whatever is in front of you right now, do not destroy it. It's there for a reason. If you're in college right now, you have a momentum going. Whatever you're doing, go with it and have the mindset of, this is where I want to be. But whatever I'm doing right now, I'm going to give it 100%. It has my attention, my focus. I'm going to do the best that I can. And sometimes entrepreneurs, we have this flaw of getting in over our heads, and we try to do everything. We try to be the best at everything, and when we fail in one area, we feel like a failure. And that's something that I share from my life experiences, and something that I think a lot of entrepreneurs have probably gone through. Donald Trump. My father is addicted to the Biography Channel and to the History Channel, and so I learn a lot from the stories that he watches, and he'll save certain ones. And anyways, I don't know all the details of Donald Trump's life story, but what's interesting is this man does not know the word of defeat. He has had big ups and huge downs in his life, and he rallies back. And I mean, that is such a remarkable trait. Who could not or would not admire that? Because that's something that if all of us could have, we could live so much more freely. So I'm getting sidetracked. Anyways, I want to get back to what I was talking about. ask yourself questions. What is it that you ultimately want to be doing? Where are you now? Whatever you're doing now, you may walk into that job and know you are not being compensated like you could be. You may know that you're worth so much more than what you're getting paid. That's okay. Part of the element of faith comes into play here. You serve whatever you're doing now and you give it your best, because ultimately things will bridge. But you need to give respect to what is in front of you. If you're not making what you want to be making, if you're not where you want to be in your life, truly, I believe the only key to transforming that is learning to be thankful for what is in front of you right now. Gratitude is extremely transformational because it transforms you from the inside out. And when you begin to look at your world through new and different eyes, it looks back at you with new and different eyes. So, whatever your current circumstances are, they're there for a reason. Only you can transform them. Whatever's in front of you, learn to look at what you can learn from what is there. In the meantime, additionally, think long term. Okay, going to wrap this up here shortly. Someone else who, if you check out my Facebook page, you already know, who inspires me immensely is Oprah Winfrey. And once again, I don't know all the details of her life. I've never met her. I don't know her personally. I only know her through some of her TV shows. And quite honestly, I don't think I've ever watched a full Oprah Winfrey episode. I just always got Oprah Winfrey. I thought what she was doing was brilliant. She created a stage for actors and actresses, people who often are misinterpreted. We make assumptions, we assume things, and she gave them a platform to communicate comfortably to the world. And obviously for her to be able to do that, she has a presence that makes people feel comfortable. If they're willing to open up to her and the world, she has a gift. And that's amazing. That's incredible. Dynamics of her story. She often says, I never exactly knew what I was going to want to do with my life. I wanted to be a teacher. But my intention and my main focus was always, God, show me the way. I'm here for a deeper purpose. I have a deeper meaning. Guide me. That's a grand level of humility. And so many people, they criticize her, put her down. I mean, how many people live with that intention? There is a reason she is where she is in her life. And you don't have to agree with me. I'm not here to convince you. It's absolutely what I see. So anyways, Oprah Winfrey, she now has a life class. And she's a teacher. She never knew how she was going to get there. And she probably, I think it was a month or 2 months ago when she decided to go ahead with her own Oprah Winfrey network. She wasn't sure what she was going to do, and she actually discussed here on Facebook on the live stream chat how that was the first time in her life. She woke up one morning, it was the first time in her life she felt fear. And her heart was palpitating, she was sweating, and she said, "What is that?" "Oh, that's fear." Incredible. I heard that and I was like, wow. That's the first time in your life you felt fear? You went through all those other things and you never felt fear? Wow. What is your secret?